Hello everyone, this is Jen, and I am here today to do my next video in the series Breaking the Spell. And today I'm going to be talking about the Wayfair conspiracy, because that shit was crazy. I don't know where you were with it, but let's talk about it. This is a great study in narrative hijacking, right? So it started with a question. Why is a basic storage cabinet listed online for $10,000, right? Legitimate. That's wild. This happened back in the summer of 2020, so it was right after right, COVID kind of hit the mainstream, I guess you could say, and we were all locked down and had a lot of time on our hands to explore things. So it was ripe time to get people. I keep seeing it as almost like this, you're like being corralled into a space, right? Almost like a prison or like a concentration. It's just the image I'm getting. So at that time, right, people were claiming that the furniture company Wayfair was secretly trafficking children through overpriced cabinets and throw pillows. The names of missing kids were found in product listings, Reddit threads lit up, influencers called for boycotts, and suddenly it felt like we were uncovering a massive underground crime ring. It felt urgent. It felt intuitive. It felt true, but it wasn't, right? So why did so many people believe it? Because the grief was real. The fear was real. Because deep down, we know that this world exploits the vulnerable, and no one in power was talking about it. So when institutions fail to speak to our collective trauma, when we feel that something is deeply wrong, but the news stays silent, we start filling in the blanks ourselves. And the Wayfair conspiracy was born in those blanks. It had all the elements of a viral conspiracy: a strange symbol, the $10,000 listing, a hidden meeting, child trafficking, a feeling of insider knowledge. Most people won't see this, but we do. And the call to righteous action: boycott, share, wake people up. It was easy to share, and it made people feel powerful, like they were doing something, like they were in the know, like they were protecting children. Huge dopamine hit. But in reality, not one trafficked child was helped, not one system was exposed, and the story just quietly faded. Nobody talked about it, and of course it left the real abusers untouched. The real system untouched, the real reality untouched. And while we were busy analyzing furniture and tracking UPS trucks, here's what got ignored: the pipeline between foster care, ICE detention, and trafficking, how poverty and migration policy creates vulnerable children, how demand for exploitative labor and child sexual imagery fuels abuse, how tech companies profit from surveillance but still fail to stop exploitation. We didn't investigate the corporations and the governments enabling trafficking, and we fixated instead on furniture. That's how the spell works. Conspiracies steal our power by satisfying our rage. The Wayfair theory gave people something to do, a ritual of relief in the face of unbearable grief. But instead of organizing, we clicked, we posted, we moved on. No traffickers were arrested, and the energy was spent. The spell was complete. But what if we turned that fire towards the real systems? What if every person who shared that story had instead pushed for full funding of task forces that actually recover children, investigate the overlap between ICE and child disappearances, Demand accountability for churches, schools, and billionaires named in real abuse cases. Donated to survivor-led anti-trafficking organizations. Organized local protection networks rooted in care and not paranoia. So I used to work in Homeland Security, and I believe it's ICE, has a human trafficking division. And where I worked for TSA, and there was always this liaison position where somebody could go over there and work in that department. And so I had an understanding essentially of how human trafficking or child trafficking, I guess, is federally monitored, investigated, etc. And it's, people who do that work and arrest these people, I mean, like, that's great work, right? Without getting into other things. It's great work. But I know this, and it was around this time and the whole Save the Children thing. And, I remember people, again, it takes away from the real victims. Until you truly understand how child trafficking works, like how it actually works, it's just this performance. And there was some movie out there that some guy was like this vigilante, and he was going out and like getting these, and it's all bullshit, right? But it puts on this show, right? It puts on the show that that's false, without getting into too much of it, because that would just take forever. So if we could actually do these things, right, that I had mentioned earlier, that would be revolutionary. But revolution doesn't go viral the way conspiracy does. It just doesn't deliver the same dopamine hit. It asks more of us. If you shared the Wayfair story, you're not broken, you're not gullible, you were trying to protect something sacred. But the people who profit from harm, they know how to feed your fear, channel your grief, and sell you a myth. You don't have to keep believing it. The truth is harder, but it's real. And it's waiting for us just outside the algorithm. So come back to your center, come back to your clarity, come back to your deeper knowing, because justice doesn't live in viral posts. Promise you that. It doesn't live in, well, I saw it was posted somewhere. It lives in the quiet, unglamorous work of dismantling real systems of harm. Let's go there together. Please subscribe, share, and please reclaim your discernment. Like as well, and stay tuned for the next in the Breaking the Spell series. Toodaloo.